I am a Hyliion shareholder. I recently made a video in which I gave my case, my bullish case for Hyliion as a spec stock, which you can watch up here. And so I have a vested interest in the success of the company and the stock. Now that being said, I'll be the first to admit that there are some risks with this stock, which is why it's a spec play, but the price ain't one of them. So one of the driving points, one of the things that Hyliion is banking on for the future success is the release and the success of their Hypertruck ERX. They're expected to roll out their customer demo in late 2021, and commercialization is expected to happen in 2022. However, in their latest earnings report, they reported that they are experiencing commercialization delays, but they are on track to deploy units in 2021. Now, as someone who works in the engineering industry, I'm a network engineer, when I see wording like that, that makes me a little worried. Now, if I take them at face value, they're on track to deploy units. Everything is hunky-dory, but what commercialization delays are there? How big are these delays? Are these delays going to become a problem throughout the next quarters? And what happens if they experience any more delays and they are forced to suspend the rollout of their Hypertruck ERX or to suspend commercialization? What happens after that? That is a huge problem for an emerging company. Now, I know Hyliion's been around for a while, but as far as this shit, I mean, they're still in their early stages. I mean, they have yet to book revenue. Now, obviously, I invested in them, so it's my opinion that they're going to meet those deadlines. At least I hope so. But what if they don't? Now, they have now, according to their balance sheet, they have enough cash to, stay relevant for a while. But if they start announcing delays in the rollout of their Hypertruck ERX, that's going to be a huge psychological blow to investors. A lot of people are still sore from being misled by Nikola. Now, like I said, I don't think Hyliion is going to follow in those footsteps, but it is something to watch. If they, if they go too long without pulling in revenue, that's going to start to eat at their balance sheet, as fantastic as it is right now. And another risk I have with Hyliion is customer support. I mean, even assuming they release their Hypertruck ERX on schedule and on time with, no hiccups, I mean, their success still relies on a third party. It still relies on customers to buy their shit. Now, according to their latest earnings report, they said they were partnering with early adopters that are strong candidates for conversion into customers. But that doesn't mean they have customers. I'd like to believe that this is because Hyliion is, is trying to keep the hype to a minimum so they don't become another Nikola. But I would still like to see some, third-party support, hey, we secured these pre-orders, we secured these pre-orders, we're talking with these customers. It is my opinion, because I obviously bought the stock, that Hyliion is on track, and I'm choosing to believe them when they say that, they're actively getting market acceptance and customers. But it is very possible that the Hypertruck could release, and then there is just no demand. These are very real risks that exist with Hyliion, and, investors in the stock know that. I mean, I know that, and that's why it's still a spec play and not, a conviction position. Now, there is one thing that is most definitely not a risk when it comes to Hyliion, at least not right now. And that, my friends, is the Hyliion stock price. There is no reason to be concerned by Hyliion stock price as of late if you are a long-term investor. Now, if you look at this 1 month chart here, it does look, it does look a little scary. So, by the month, Hyliion stock is down 22.3%. If you take it at its highest point, it is down about 40%. Yeah, that does look pretty damning, but check this out. This is Tesla stock price. By the month, Tesla is down 33.72%. NIO, another EV stock. NIO is down by the month 43.97%. Take Nikola, even Nikola, by the month, down 36.16%. If you haven't noticed, we're kind of in the middle of a massive sell-off that's affecting tech stocks, especially EV stocks. Going back to Hyliion's chart, over this past month, what changed other than the stock price? Did the business change fundamentally? Did Hyliion cancel the Hypertruck ERX? No, nothing happened. Now, they did report earnings on the 23rd, but according to this news article, now, I mean, I can't show you proof, but I can show you the news article. I mean, Hyliion stock rose initially after earnings. Initially, despite the EV stock sell-off, so initially the earnings were received as a good thing. If you are a long-term investor and you have conviction in the Hyliion, this stock price should be seen as a blessing. Now, if you happen to buy Hyliion on margin, and if you happen to buy Hyliion on margin when it was at maybe $20.78, yeah, I can see why you're a little mad right now. I mean, if you bought Hyliion 6 months ago, back when it was $53.51, I can see why you're really mad right now. But I didn't buy Hyliion at $53.51. Like I said in my last video, my entry price was $15. And as a spec stock, I think $15 is good. And I think $12.69 is really good. So to summarize, there are certainly some valid risks with Hyliion. Like, if you think Hyliion is too risky, I mean, I can't be mad at you. It'll be towards the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, before you find out once and for all whether those risks are unfounded or not. But the stock price, that ain't one of them, at least in my opinion. Take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.